Holy hot potatoes. Got 13 people on. 13. It's my 13, baby. 13, 13, 13, 13, 13, 13, 13.
Okay.
13.
Okay.
13.
We got it.
It's my lucky number, baby. Taylor Swift being a nothing on me. I'm older than you. It's my lucky number first. Get out of here with that. Anyway, welcome to Forge Horseman O'Clock. My name is not George. I will be your host. My co-host is Chris. and welcome to the show, everybody. It is Jesse missed the intro. Played again. No, under normal circumstances, I would, but I'm going to behave today. But that being said, there's something even better, and I'm going to play it now.
This is an important Four Horsemen shipping update with Diego.
Diego.
I hate this. First off, the main thing about it I don't like is there's no explosions. And it's not a shipping update without an explosion.
I guess you're right. Oh, I just moved stuff around. No, I moved the roster. I gotta put this one back here. And
oh,
the shipping
God.
update. Here, the shipping update.
Shipping update. All right.
That's pretty. I like that. Thanks. Shout out go to. I'm sure you can guess. Gang.
I'm sure we know who made that video.
Yeah.
Courtesy of your kids' song that they sang all of LegionsCon. But anyway, shipping update. So in stock sale. Anybody who ordered that first day, even after the skeletons, their order should probably ship out sometime this week. As of the end of this week, we'll probably be caught up on all those, and then just shipping out any orders that come in afterwards. I believe I printed up anybody's order that came in up to last Friday, and those are all printed and ready, getting processed now. So if you ordered before last Friday, it is too late to alter your order. It is too late to do any kind of cancellation or anything like that. It's already in the processing phase. So just sit tight and wait for that tracking update to hit your email.
Thanks, Diego. I would like to now throw it to Diego. What do you have to say about that?
This is an important Four Horsemen shipping update with Diego.
Whole thing.
Yeah, all right.
I'm taking you off. Hold on. Here we go. All right. I think they heard you. It's all good. I heard you. They heard you. Everybody heard you. And now we're gonna throw it over to our man in the sand, Mr. Joe Vassapolo and his Joe Cam. Whoa! We need a video for the Joe Cam.
I'll take what I can get. That's fine. We'll get a graphic. Let's reach out to the Legions community to make me an awesome graphic for the Joe Cam. I'm down if you're down. Let's see what kind of craziness you guys can come up with. So today I just wanted to take a moment to focus on the looks of some of these characters without the soft goods. I know people have been asking about it, what armor pieces lie beneath. So here we are with the Thraxian Hunter without the cape or the loin piece. Yes, he does have armor there. So you're covered that way. And I know we had some people asking about where there's wires in this cape. So there is only a wire within the hood or the collar, whatever you want to call this piece. So you can articulate it there. Otherwise, this cape or cloak, whatever you want to call it, will just simply sit Just like that. Cannot be articulated. Okay. We just got lucky there, right? But yeah, that's just going to sit flat. And we also had some people asking about how close these guys look together as far as skin tones go. So we can see we have some lighter tan and green in the scales on this guy, while this Thraxian hunter.
Hey, don't make the toys kiss. That's not nice.
All right, fine. I won't say what movie this reminds me of. But yes, as you can see, we have a more darker brown texture compared to the kind of lighter tan and green. And while we're here, I want to see a quick head swap. Just a quick head swap. Just one. Not the whole wave. Just one.
We were told there's no head swapping allowed, Joe. I had to cut you off. Cut you off right there.
Too bad. Too bad. We get one head swap, maybe two head swaps. But yeah, that looks pretty cool, right? We can get away with that. This would also be a good time to point out. Ooh, hinge neck. That's right, people. We have updated the torso that originally came with Thygar, where there is no hinge. But now there will be. And this will help with putting different types of heads on and not having some awkward space below. Try to fill up that gap that happens depending on the shape. So you got pretty good coverage there. Have it jut out a little more aggressive look. Have it a little lower, a little more forward facing. Yeah, that does sound familiar, doesn't it? Enemy mine. But yes, so new addition of the hinge neck ball on this torso with swivel. That's right. It can now swivel from mid-torso. Another update to the Thygar torso, which may not have been as apparent in some of the pictures. But as you can see, this is solid, top to bottom. And now we have some articulation. Again, this is an early prototype, so I'm not going to mess around with it too much. I don't want to scratch up the paint. We don't want to have to touch these up too much before we even do pop and swap night. So articulation here now and here. So that's a great update for this character, for this body type. I don't know if that's going to be the same for the other Thraxian from the first wave of Ox Crew, the first book. Have to get back to you all on that. Want to point out underneath the kind of loincloth on this guy, yes, he will have armor there. So this is what we look like without the cape. Do a quick little swap here. Yes, this yellow is significantly different from the yellow of our B alien. That's right. I can't remember how to say his name, so you know who I'm talking about. That wonderful winged fella. So here's the look without the cape, without the loin. Looks pretty cool. And for funsies, so we don't take up all day. Can't help myself. Can't help myself. Last one, I promise. Absolute last one. Take your screenshots now. Very different yellow shade used here. That doesn't really look bad at all. Okay, and then we have Gawrychh, without her cloak, without her over-shoulder armor. Get a look at that paint job. That is fantastic. You can't tell. One of the things I plan on doing is swapping out for mythic pieces. She makes a good-looking mage in that world. When you take off the belt, the gauntlets, the boots, we'll do that some other time. At the moment, she does not have an armor piece here. I'll have to look into that again. I just kind of threw these together quick, so that may change. But for now, it does not appear to have it. And while we're at it, let's change off the head. Another awesome alternate look. Very cool. Love the colors on this. A lot of these earthly tones. Not a lot of brightness going on. Let's switch that back. Yeah, there we go. But yes, this is just a taste of the next presentation we'll have of these figures probably next week, hopefully, on Mythic Conversations, where I'll be doing comparisons of other characters, probably the other Thraxian next to this guy, and probably a lineup of our tough soldiers together. Yeah, that's what we have for now. Anybody have any questions or ideas or thoughts about what they would want to see? Start posting up on Cabal. I will try to catch it all. Please do not direct message me. Much more likely to get an answer if we just start a thread and go from there. But yeah, that's all I have for now. If any, I can't see the text. Some comments coming up. If there's anything that I can address now, Chris, Diego, let me know. Otherwise, that's all I have for the Joe Cam today.
Joe, that was for you for giving us the scoop of the day, buddy. It's all you. Fantastic little display of the characters whose names I will never remember. Thank you very much, Joe. Listen, I was just double checking. I don't think it was too many questions. It's more of everybody enjoying what they were seeing. And we are just waiting for George to come in because there's too many things that I need to do that involve him being here, including special guest star. Yeah, because we got a lot of things going on. George being unusually late. Hi, Joe. Everything I want to talk about it, George needs to be here. I'm sorry. So we'll just give him a second. I can't talk about that.
It's called vamping.
It's vamping. I ain't vamping. What are you talking about? You know what? I am going to. Here we go. If you have any questions, just post them up. I am here, watching and waiting. Put a thumbtack. Yeah, really, seriously. Put a thumbtack on George's seat.
How many days till your birthday?
That's all part of the later discussion. I can't get into that.
I mean, I'm not asking because I want to know.
Can't get into that, my friend. It's all part of the program. Oh, you know what? I will share this while we're waiting. This is fun. So yes, I had to get a video of Van eating a hamburger with a fork. Our special guest has arrived. And boy, it took you a long time, George. Because you know what, George? I got nothing. I was waiting for you to introduce yourself, George.
No, I don't do that anymore. I'm just a special guest. Tell me when to talk.
But you're the most specialist guest
You tell me when
ever.
to talk.
You're the George. Please, let's talk.
Just a special guest.
We got a lot of things to talk about.
Yeah.
What do you want to talk about, George?
Well, when we had our pre-show talk about what we're going to do today,
Yes.
none of this came up.
What? None of what came
The
up?
thing you're blocking with that
What
postcard.
am I
down there.
blocking? I'm not blocking
The thing
anything.
you're trying to block with that postcard.
What? You mean Curtis the man? What are you talking about? Wait a minute. Never has this been more deserving of special guest. Hi, Curtis.
What's up?
Is it now official that you've been on every single Mythic Legions related show in the history of podcasting?
In one day?
Pretty much, yeah. Yeah.
So,
At least the YouTube ones. There may be some audio ones not, but yeah, all the YouTube ones I have.
All right. Well, we need to get you on those audio ones too now, I guess, because this is it's a thing that you have to be on every single show apparently.
yes, it's called the Mythic Gauntlet.
I am
Yeah.
inevitable. Nice.
So, as you can see,
I heard about the gauntlet the other night on Purple Gang Gang.
on Saturday night at 9 p.m. Purple Gang Gang, as you can see, this was a surprise. You are not on this list. I mean, we're not on this list, and you're on Mythic Conversations. Surprise!
I mean, it's a surprise to me because when we talked about what we were going to do on the show today, Chris didn't mention it, so it tracks for this show.
I actually thought it was next week.
I am only a special guest after all.
I mean, we were here doing show prep beforehand. I don't know where you were, George. I don't know.
Well, I don't come in until the ish. I'm the ish of the 4-ish o'clock. Yeah, I'm ish of 4-ish o'clock. He's 4, I'm ish.
So how's the gauntlet been going?
Great. It's been busy but fun. So yeah, I got a couple more days left, and we'll close this thing out, and then I'll have to retire.
Wait, hold on. Let's pretend that the audience that watches our show has never heard of you.
Okay.
Who are you?
I'm nobody.
Man on every show. That's all you need to know.
I am. I'm just a Mythic Legion fan. I end up, being on a lot of YouTube shows. None of them are channels that I own, but I end up somehow on other people's shows. So, I just enjoy this stuff. So if I wasn't on the shows, I would be watching it because I catch everything. So,
do you have a show of your own?
I don't have a show that I own. There is a show that I do with Jesse on Sundays, Shooting the Shelf. But that's Jesse's channel. I'm just visiting everywhere that I go.
But I mean, you're always on Purple Gang.
I am. I'm backstage. Yeah.
I'm gonna assume you have an in with the Legions ladies.
I work with the Legions ladies quite a bit. Tanya will be at my table at LegionsCon. I love those gals. Then
there's that one fella who goes by the name of Schmerf. You were on his show yesterday.
Yep, Schmerberberger.
Yeah, that's his other name. Yes, that's so. Yes, last year. I mean,
so Chris and I are just special guests on everyone else's show. That's how it works.
This is true. That's it.
Have you been? Is this Chris's channel?
This is Chris's show. I mean, obviously it's D13 o'clock, and we're just special guests on this show.
Yep.
Have you been on Mr. Allen?
I have.
Oh my God! All right.
I even had to sing the mythical song with him.
He was probably on before I was.
Well, he was definitely on before Eric was.
That was before I started wearing the big hat. I think Mr. Allen's not happy with me now that I stole his hat look. So
with the code Labby.
Yeah.
Well, what so far? What has been your favorite show?
Ooh, that's tough.
Say it's the one you're on right now. Move on.
I would say this.
Okay. Did you mute him? I was just about to mute you and say he means this one, and you.
Yep, totally this one.
Good for you.
Mostly because I found out that they actually do prep for the show. That's not something I ever knew. So,
and by prep, we sing a song.
Yeah, I figured there was just a certain time on Wednesday that the cameras just came on and just whatever it caught, it caught.
That would be interesting.
That's pretty much how it goes. Don't let that prep fool you. Prep is just Chris remembering how to turn his computer on.
Yeah, and then forgetting how to turn the audio on, and then stressing for about 20 minutes, restarting my computer, cursing, fun stuff. What is this?
There might be prep, but I'm never involved in it for some reason. They like to leave me out. Jeremy used to do little bits with Chris, and they would leave me out of those. I am just a special guest on the show, aren't I? I'm starting to see it. You know what? I got a heart out. I think I might have to leave.
But you are the most special guest, George. You're so.
So we need a new drop then. I want most special guests on my drop.
All right. Let me get our intern back and let me work on it.
Do we have anything to actually talk about on the show besides a mythic gauntlet that doesn't involve our show? Actually,
we got something very special. Let me get to it. Yeah, we had Joe Cam already. We got information.
We had Joe Cam again.
Yeah. He was just going over some of the figures with their without
Joe Cam.
No, it's just the figures without the soft goods on them. So obviously the most important thing for the show is my birthday. Now the road to 50, 560
days. This is the nonsense that's supposed to happen before it.
But I want Code Labby to be a part of it because you know, the road to 50 is very important for me. Now the road to 49.
Is he stealing my
No,
road to
the road to
50?
48. How about my 48?
Did
The
he steal my road to
the road to 49 is only 197 days. We broke the 200-day mark. We're getting closer, gang. We're getting closer. The days are getting shorter. We are moving right into school, which is right into Halloween, into Thanksgiving, into Christmas, into New Year's Day,
Happy New Year, everybody.
into Valentine's Day, and then my birthday. It's a very important day. So just want you all to remember that. That's all.
I think he just stole my road to 50.
I think you did.
This is a messed up show. I don't know if I'm going to be tuning in anymore.
All right, and then the real news is that LegionsCon posted up a schedule, and we're just gonna pop that on real quick. That can be found at LegionsCon.com.
How many days away till LegionsCon?
I don't know.
Why would he look that up?
November 8th or 10th.
He's got it bookmarked for his birthday. He can't be bothered
I can't-
looking up
I
things that we're
can't
involved
change
in.
those things.
Chris,
Yes,
you
boss.
can't talk to Curtis about this. This is literally what he's coming on my show tonight as part of the gauntlet to talk about. You
Blame George.
cannot talk to him
Blame
about
George. Blame George.
All right,
Curtis,
so we're going to skip any kind of real news.
Curtis.
Let's move into something else.
is there anything
Thank
you
you,
want to
George.
talk
Thank
about?
you.
Not part of this.
I'm just here, man. Whatever you guys want. Yeah.
Is that Diego? It's Chris. No, it's not me. I'm right here. It's Jim. We have a special guest. You know what that means, right?
Oh God.
Is that Jim's here? That's what it means. No explosions. Jim's the boss.
How come everyone has a better background than us? Everyone has a better show than us.
Well, my
We need to
background.
up this.
My background is you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Look at Curtis's background. There's like 1,000 figures back there.
I don't have young pictures of George though. That's what I need.
I'll send you some.
Yeah.
I got some extras. Why is that still there? Why is that there?
What? Who? What? What? Who? Young George? It's part of the wall now.
It just makes me look so much worse in real life.
It's part of the wall. It is George.
I didn't even realize I was there, to be honest, until Curtis just said that, and I looked up.
It's been there since your birthday.
Everybody wants a little George in
Jim,
their life.
is it okay if I quit this show? Can I still work here if I'm not on this show?
Start your own. A competitive show.
I should do that.
At the same
Thursdays.
time.
Yes.
Same time.
Thursdays at 4.
Wednesdays.
Oh,
at
Wednesdays
4.
at 4. I like it. All right, I just got approval. I'm starting a new show. It'll be on at 4:05 on my channel, Double G Toys on YouTube.
Bringing back the double G. But you're not allowed to have explosions.
Believe me, my show will not have that nonsense.
Oh, boss is on. What's up, Jeremy? How's Jeremy telling us to get back on track?
We don't have a track. He pulled the track out. We had one plan, and he pulled it away from us.
Oh, my googly boogly. You know, so here's the thing.
Bring Joe Cam back. It's a good idea, apparently.
The name of the show is Gasspparr and Gawrychh behind the scenes. We haven't even gotten to that. Let me just get that. I was just going to show this real quick. Let me gotta just pop it into the browser real quick. So this is but hold on one second. This is something.
Joe Cam's
Joe-
coming back.
Hi, Joe Cam. Joe Cam's. Get out of here, Joe Cam. All right.
What are we sharing here?
So just wanted to share this. This is just a little one of the videos from China and a little kind of preview of things that we're working on. No, that's for the show.
Yeah, we're on the show right
No,
now.
I mean not the show, for the videos.
Cut it out.
But what are they doing there? Chris?
So one thing is I'm not sure how, with the sound on this and me talking, I don't know how much they're going to hear.
Well, to mute that because you don't need to hear a bunch of machinery.
Oh, it's the machinery that makes it. So she's putting in the joints for the insert tooling, and that is looks like a bunch of hands and wrist joints. And on the right side, you can see the wrist joints. They'll pop them into the tooling and then the parts will be injected in and around the joint itself. In and around the joint itself. And then when they pull them out, they cut each part off of the sprue and separate them into the baskets. And as you can see, the machine is quite large. In here, it looks like she's just got the 3 sets of hands going, but I don't remember off the top of my head if this was. I don't think this was completely the whole thing was being used. You can see it's on the bottom, so there's more on the top. It may have at this point. It may have just been that they were just injecting certain hands for right now, so the top half was blocked off. But as you can see, it's definitely a kind of a time-intensive process of putting in each of the joints before even injecting the tool.
So that's them doing injection right there.
So that's injection. Yeah, that's.
Wow.
So when the door closes, what you've panned away from all the work is the machine actually closing.
Mm-hmm.
It injects the plastic and then opens back up, and then she opens the door, does the whole process over. So even though like all this stuff is done by a machine, there's still so much that's actually just. I mean, it takes a person sitting there to put those little things in each in the right spot. It has a little registration thing, like tab on it that like fits in the spot.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have to take the whole piece out, break them off the sprue when they're done, or clip them off, and then sort them. So it's like there's a ton of work, and it's all by hand. Like it's just, even though it's machinery, it's still all done by hand as well.
That's cool.
Here's another one. See, actually, these were sent over to me, so I didn't take these 2 videos.
That video looks small.
Here we go. Oh, let me just turn it on. Okay. So that's the sprue. That's where the plastic goes through the center, and then it goes through these channels to get to each mold that's in the large tooling block, and then injected. And on this one, that's the reptilian upper torso. Looks like it was the Thygar one. And the arms, the shoulders have the insert tool in the shoulder, and then the lower arms have it in the elbow, and then the hands have it in the wrist. And that big, that white thing at the top right is the hopper where all the plastic pellets go into, and then it melts in and injects through the machine.
And then they take those baskets off to be painted?
The baskets? Or the parts in the basket?
The parts in the baskets, yeah.
Yeah. You got the little baskets right there, the orange and pink, orange and green one. Those are the joints, but the bigger blue ones, those are the ones that they're cooling off, and then they'll get separated out, like to the different tables to be painted, and it'll be everybody doing like one process, one deco hit each person. Like if I was doing it, I would do like the spray, and then George would be next, and he would do like some of the accent color. So it just depends on how many different things there are.
Me trying to paint. We had that.
There is. We'll save that embarrassment. Don't worry.
Not embarrassed at all.
I was totally embarrassed. So is every figure hand painted? Yes, 100%. I wouldn't say 100% because if you're using a tampo machine or
it's still done by hand. So
it's still, but it's still by hand. Yeah.
Here's the thing: every piece is painted by hand. Like they might do like you'll see this in the videos when we finally put this stuff out. But there's like, they'll have the head or the torso or whatever. But there's like 100 of them on a tray that someone has. They have like this big metal grate that's probably like a 2 foot by 2 foot metal grate, and there's someone that stands at the thing and they lay out like as many as they could fit of whatever the piece is on the grate. They bring it over to this big like vent basically, and they spray it with like a giant spray gun of like the color, and then they turn it, spray it, turn it, spray it, turn it 4 times so it's coverage all the way around. So like that's all painted by hand. Then it's taken to the next person who's doing the detail stuff, and that person is literally just taking a pile. There's like a pile of the pieces and doing each little thing by hand. And then if you're taking it to a tampo machine where there's an actual like printed piece on it or a nice color, like a nice clean line, that's put on the machine by hand. Someone has to register it first to figure out where it sits. It's in its own little mold that sits in the same spot. And then they do it. The machine goes, chink, chink, put the next one on, chink, chink, next one on. And so it's all done by hand. Like it's insane. Like, you know, even if you're making, you know, 1,000 of something, that's a lot. You know, but it's all it's the same process done 1,000 times. Like it's
the amount of manpower.
Yeah, the amount of people working on these things is crazy, and the fact that there's like we'll show it in the videos, like a pile of like pieces, and that the guy just has to sit there and do it, like he's doing a wash on something, like that skeleton we just released. We have pictures of that where the guy was working on it while we were over there, and there's literally a pile of skulls on his desk, and he's the guy that does the wash on the skull. And then like he's taking it and doing the thing, and like taking it and doing the thing, and taking it and doing the next one, and like one by one, you know, 1,000 skulls have to get their wash on it or whatever it is. And like it's just, it was impressive to see, and it was really eye-opening to see how much was like still just, it's, even though you think it's like a factory and it's like a machinery and like things, like it's still all done by hand.
Mm-hmm.
And then when they have to glue pieces together, there's a little guy with a little fucking glue cup and a fucking little tiny toothpick, and they're like gluing these little, and like it's insane that this stuff gets made.
It is a sight to behold.
It's that much crazier that they can replicate what's done in the production samples that you guys do, or you know the prototypes that they, you know, when it comes out, it looks as good if not better than what we saw, you know, when we purchased it.
Oh yeah, 1,000%.
There's a lot of companies that that's not the case. You know,
I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, when, you know, Cornboy always says it. He's always just like,
We try not to suck.
we try not to suck, and yeah, when we send it over, we're just completely shocked with what we see, you know, coming back, how good it is, if not better. And it's, you know, testament to the factory and their abilities. You got to have the right factory.
Well, also, and sometimes different, and sometimes it's for a reason. You know, there'll be a reason why they have to do it slightly different than we did it. Like, and that just happens. Like, and that's something you have to be able to work with and like know as you're going in that sometimes things need to change as you're working on it, and you have to be willing to accept that, because like we're painting. You know, Sherry or Cameron or Joe or one of those guys is painting it, or Bill by painting it by hand, and like they're doing one or two, you know, that we need, and it's all, you know, they can really concentrate on a certain thing. But when you need to replicate that same brushstroke 1,000 times, it's like sometimes you might have to, you know, do something a little differently than we do it here.
Yeah, I mean, most of the applications that we do here, if it's a dry brush spray, whatever, is almost guaranteed they're going to be doing it the opposite. It's almost funny how a dry brush is almost a wash. It's in China,
Like for them.
yeah, for the way they do it, and it's because the paint is not water based. It's a, you know, chemical based to adhere to the plastic, and so it's the application.
Boy, does that room stink.
No comment.
The paint room is strong.
Yes.
Paint room is strong.
OSHA approved.
Windows are open and fans are on. Masks were all being worn. So I mean, it's, you know, we don't have masks on when we're doing a tour, but if you're sitting in that all around that or near that room, you wear masks.
Amazingly strong.
Yeah, and we saw the lady that was painting the remember the shields for that skeleton too.
Mm-hmm.
She was the one putting like the patina on all the shields, and she would get each one the same, and like, but she's just sitting there, you know, here's a pile of shields, and she's doing her little thing and
Here's
doing
George.
the tapping, and
George
there's
is
me
little
pointing
George.
at something.
That's little George.
I got gained weight since then.
George, you got a little chubbier. Yeah, I thought I had the video here, but
That's the only picture you could find, huh? Is that one? All right, good times.
good.
If only we prepped for this.
I told
Oh,
you.
you said there was show prep.
Told you it was barely prep.
Come on, Curtis. You told me there was show prep on this show.
Well, it was mostly Chris picking out music. So
That sounds right. Music that we can't play on the air because we would get demonetized.
Right.
We're not monetized. Gotta talk to the boss about that.
We've
one.
made $5 on this show, I have you know.
Yes,
That's
from
true.
Curtis.
And it was all Curtis.
Thanks for that super chat.
Thanks for buying Elliot ice cream at school, Curtis.
Aww.
Because that's where it went.
Curtis, how do we get super chats? Come on, you gotta help us here.
you just got to get your hours up and get to 500 subscribers. So you should have 500. I'm
We'll never hit
guessing.
that.
Yeah, no, never.
Yeah, you got 4.6 thousand. So I think you're good.
Yeah, you know, we're almost there.
On the road to 500.
The roast.
Every week we'll lose a few more and
You
we'll
just
we'll
need
get down.
4,000
We'll
to
get to 500,
unsubscribe and
guys.
you'll be there. Yeah.
I know we can do it. We'll get to 500.
All right. So yeah. So I mean, I guess
Since Jerry put the kibosh on our show, should we end this thing?
So obviously, let's see. We got. What can we talk about? The
Book your hotel room. Aren't they
yeah.
sold out?
I don't know. Are they sold out?
Jeremy, are the hotel rooms sold out?
Are
It
we
says
looking?
book your hotel room.
The hotel rooms at the main venue hotel are sold out, although I know some people got some this week because if some people cancel, then a room could come open. But there are hotels available at both of the overflow locations.
Right.
Chris, thank you for bringing it up. So there are 2 overflow locations that are less than 2 miles away. Both of those are available.
Right. So the Hanover Marriott is where the venue is. That's sold out.
Yeah, it might be open on certain nights, but I know that last I checked, the Saturday night was sold out.
Right. Glad I live 15 minutes away.
If someone is canceling a room for this LegionsCon, you're a fool.
You are a fool.
I'm just going to say that.
You're missing out on this amazing set right here.
Oh boy!
And don't forget, have George sign the box first, and then come to me.
That is not fair. That is not fair.
If George's signature is not on the box, I won't sign it. Or I'll charge you $20. One or the other. And then you got the Creature Creator set. I mean, fantastic. Wonderful time. Cannot wait. Lots of awesome people. Great costumes. So yeah, looking forward to it. A lot of special guests, as you can see.
I'm one of them.
You're somewhere there. Oh, there's
I'm a
Curtis.
special guest.
Hi, Curtis. Curtis is right there. Wife's gonna kill me team. I mean, Burr.
Should we be
everybody,
talking about like
Miller,
the current sale or something
Wolf
like that?
King. I'm getting to that. And there you go. D13 toys. That's who you're gonna want to come to see.
Jeremy's going to be talking LegionsCon tonight, so I think we should save that for him.
Yes.
And we should be talking about the things that are on pre-order
You want to go to this one right here?
right now.
All right. Let's switch over to this tab.
How about the pre-order tab?
And as you can see,
How about the
there's
pre-order
still some
tab?
figures up, but for pre-order, ring. There you go. We have the what you call it, the Harrow Zone. Keep on calling it just Ox Crew, but it's booked.
Remember, we're on the highway to the Harrow Zone.
Highway to the Harrow Zone. We should have you know what, I'm not gonna say anything. So for the Harrow Zone, we have what? We have 2 weeks left on that. How much time we got left on that, Jeremy?
End of this month.
There we go. End of this month. I
I
don't
like
know
how
what
you're
today
like
is.
talking to
14th.
Jeremy as if he's on the show right now.
He is on the show. He's listening. He's always listening. Big Papa's always listening. And as you can see, the figures that Joe is showing is Hylor, Jobara, and what was the other one he was showing? Was it
Thraxian Hunter.
Yeah, Thraxian Hunter. All nude without their soft goods. You can get a better look at them. And we'll probably have
Joe
another.
only plays with his figures nude.
Joe or his figures?
I'll leave that up to you.
We'll probably have a little bit of something to show you next week with Agcha and Bunji. See if we can get that set up. And everyone needs their survival set. So
So if they tune
Surprisingly-
in next week to see that stuff, do they have to sit through your nonsense first, or can we do that right at the beginning of the
if
show?
you get here at 4:02, we could do it at the beginning of the show. Otherwise, nonsense. Now, would you believe that this has been the highest ordered item of the whole set? Is the survival set? Go figure. People want a dio build with this. It's insane.
Interesting.
Well, it's because you need, 3 or 4 of those.
You do.
And you only need, one of
figure.
each figure or 2 of each figure.
Yep.
George,
Your,
no.
How many heads?
You only need one of each figure. Seriously?
Dang!
If
you.
there's an alternate head, you can maybe want 2.
I mean-
Somebody needs to brush up on their enabling.
Unless you're like a crafty hunter, maybe, where you can have a whole gang of them. But what do you need? How many cogs do you need?
This is why George is not the CEO. Chief Enabling Officer.
How many cogs do you need, Jeremy?
At least 3.
Why 3? It's the same guy. He's a named dude.
But the customs, man.
Well, I'm not talking
Because
about customs. I'm talking about for yourself.
Cog has a power where he can make himself phase into 3.
I know. We can't have, not every one of our characters can swig themselves out.
He has a potion that he drinks. No, as Curtis says, for customizing, it's you got to get one to keep as is, and then these body parts are going to be useful, tons of fun to play with the other Ox Crew characters and with Tusk characters because they're all 1.0 compatible. That's at least a 3-figure purchase.
I'm talking about for your shelf. You need 1 cog on your shelf. I don't care how many, but you need multiple of those accessory packs because
Yes,
if you're going to deck out your shelf, you're going to need 3 or 4 crates. You want to really jack it out, but you only need 1 cog on your shelf. I'm talking about the shelf buyers like me.
Shot fires.
You had me at you need multiple.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's all he heard. That's all he heard.
All I heard, I agree with you.
Well, and toy photographers that even do other lines are probably going to be getting that as well. For GI Joes or Star Wars or whatever.
Oh yeah, 100%. If they're smart. He's cool. Hi, Lord Crin. So yeah, we got 2.5 weeks. You said right, 2.5 weeks left on Cosmic Legion's Ox Crew Book 2.
That was a nice vehicle in those shots from Trevor.
Now,
I don't know what you're
I
talking
would
about.
like to get that
Talking
vehicle.
Don't
I
know
don't know
what
what
you're
you're
talking
talking about.
I see characters. Look, he's flying. There's no vehicle there. See,
Wow,
All that
true.
is how they're traveling the highway to the Harrow Zone.
you know what?
That's what they're doing.
AI at its finest.
Mm.
All AI.
All AI. Don't question it. It's probably Swig in one of his potions. It's got to be either Swig in one of his potions, or Sir Gerard, or one of D13's, amazing costumes. It's one of those.
The potion makes vehicles. Got it.
We need a cosmic shapeshifter. All right, make it happen.
Don't we have one operative?
Apportive
Operative?
84, 83, 84,
Yeah.
83.
83. Is it 83? I thought it was
Yep.
84. 83. So there you go. We have our shapeshifter. So that vehicle is apporative. Him.
Just in a different form.
Yeah. He's like that guy that turns into the race car, that old cartoon. You remember that one, Curtis?
Yes,
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
I do. It was really creepy.
It was- so there you go. Get another apportive 83. Turn him into a race car. All right. Anything else, George?
I got nothing.
You got nice. Curtis, anything else?
There's still swigs out there too, available on the in stock sale. So
There is. We want
get-
1,000
yeah.
swigs at LegionsCon.
Yeah, get your swigs.
You guys are you going to do a swing? Did
Night.
you do your swing?
Night of
I
1,000 swigs.
guess I will. Brad was asking me about it.
Yeah, I want to do a swing. I want to do a
I
swing.
didn't realize that people were customizing swigs.
Well, you're just going to bring your swig back and put
That's
it
what
on the
I
shelf.
thought. I thought that's what
You pretty good.
I thought everyone was just going to bring a swig. I didn't
Yeah,
realize
some people are just bringing the swig.
Like Andy.
Yeah.
Make sure you get yours back.
Some people are bringing swigs right out of the package. Some are popping and swapping. Some are painting. So there's no rules as long as you bring a swig.
I know what I'm bringing.
I got to bring a swig.
I got a
I
swig.
gotta bring a swig.
Yeah.
So good a swig.
We're going to have to use our discounted price to get a swig.
Probably say that, but it's fine. You know what I think I'm
take
going
mine
to
out of
do
my
it
collection.
at the show as well. Is I don't know where I'm going to do this because I don't have a table, but I want to bring I want to do like a pin swapping thing where like I'm just going to bring all my pins that I have at home, and just
Like extra pins.
yeah, like extra ones that I have, bunch of everything.
Would you have it like on a board so that then you take it off?
Or
swap?
just in a bucket, you can just reach in, but just like pin swap. Like,
Hopefully, have the backs on them.
leave a pin of leave one of your pins that you don't want
Yeah.
in a bucket of mine, and then take whatever one of mine you want.
Huh,
I think I might do that.
If only there was a table you could use.
At the checkout, you should have like a little stand-up board, and just
I mean, I have a board that I could do that with. I
And
have a
just-
pin swapping board.
and then have the pin swap there.
I'm gonna do that somehow. I'm gonna figure this out, people. I got 94 days. How many days left till LegionsCon? What's the road to LegionsCon?
The highway.
We don't know. We know how many days to Chris's birthday next year. But actually 2 years from now. But
It's like 12 weeks or something like that.
What is it? November
13
8th?
weeks.
Is that what day
I
is it?
don't know.
8th? I don't know. Let's see. November
Let's just say
8th.
the 9th.
All right, November 8th is 86 days till November 8th.
So I was almost there. I was pretty
86
close.
days, yes, 86 days. 86 days, folks. 86 days. Take one down and pass
So
it
in
around.
86 days, I'm gonna figure out how to do a pin trading board.
You,
Where just
who are
bring me
you
a pin
kidding? You are not going to figure it out.
It's not that hard.
You'll figure it out the day before. Ah, damn, I forgot about the pin trading board. Guarantee you.
So if you guys have any old pins, or if you're from a different state or a different country, bring a pin from your state or country.
I'll bring one
'Cause I
from
like
Walt
getting
Disney.
that from that dude. What the fuck was his name? Thomas, the guy that brought me that Arizona pin.
Yeah.
Belay.
Belay. Yeah, like I thought that was cool, like getting an Arizona pin. So like, I want people to bring pins from wherever you're at, and then like trade me a pin for one of my pins. Hell, trade me a pin for two of my pins. I don't care. I just need to get rid of some pins.
Take a swig, leave a swig. There you go.
I'm not doing it with swigs. I'm doing it with pins.
Dork Lair said he has a bunch of pins. I'll bring them. So he's going to bring his pin board and just trade your pin board.
We should
That's
just,
fine,
we
too.
should just do like a pin swap meet, like just
That would be cool.
like all this.
A little mini pin expo inside of LegionsCon.
I went to a pin and patch expo, and I just had a book bag full of pins to swap, and I had a sign off hanging
Hanging
off
off
it
you?
that said, swap pins, and I just the whole time.
I'll wear my denim jacket I got from here, and I'll just cover it with pins.
Yes.
And then you can just pick them right off my body.
Open it up.
Jacket will be empty before LegionsCon begins.
No, we have to replace it.
I'm just taking them off.
All right, this is now just rambling, old men rambling on a couch. Can we finish this show? Curtis, you got any?
I thought it was done already. Yeah.
No, we're still live. We don't end.
Come on, Code Labby, what do you got for us?
What do you want to promote? Where are you next?
Next is with Jeremy tonight. Mythic
We're
Conversation.
taking you off. Never mind.
Okay. Never mind. It'll just be Jeremy tonight by himself.
Where are you next after today?
Tomorrow I'll be on Legions Cast with Emil and Steven and Len, and they're having me do an Ask Anything. So if people have questions for any of those three, they have to answer. So shoot me your questions, and I will hit them up.
I am so gonna shoot you a million questions
They have to answer
for all three of those guys.
legally.
Steve,
They are
Yeah.
legally
and
bound.
Emil.
Legally bound to answer.
I think if they don't answer, they have to give me their collection. So
What time is that show on at?
that'll be 5 p.m. Eastern tomorrow.
You know what's amazing is that you mentioned Len, and Len's best friend Cookie just showed up.
Wow.
Yeah,
It's like he heard it.
It is.
I mean, it's amazing. Maybe.
hi Cookie.
You guys end the show yet or what?
We're about to end the show.
Happy birthday, Cookie.
On the end.
Text
Aww.
Curtis.
All right, so everybody watch tomorrow 5 o'clock. You said correct?
Yep.
And don't
And-
forget, get a swig.
Get us.
If you don't have one,
Wait,
go to the store now. And
Is
get
Curtis
one.
on a show tomorrow at 5? Is that what we're watching?
Yeah.
I don't
Curtis
believe. I don't believe.
is- You know, isn't it weird that Curtis is on the show?
My mind is blown.
I know. He never does any show ever. The fact
I'm
that
very
he-
hard to book. Yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's very hard to get a hold of. But we got him.
Contact my agent,
And who's your agent?
Jordan.
All right,
Jordan.
Jordan.
Yeah.
Folsom Warlock. We're on to it. All right. Well, thanks, Curtis, for stopping by unannounced, unexpectedly.
Totally unplanned.
Total surprise. We appreciate it. Glad you found the
Thanks for giving me an explosion. Special guest. I feel like George. So
Hey, you're better than George. Don't let him tell you anything different.
Wow. I don't know
I'm
about
still
that.
here. I can hear you.
George, you're better. Don't let him tell you.
All right, end this thing. This
All
is
right,
nonsense.
we're ending this thing. I don't know. You have a preference, George?